Hello, I'm Ariel Manning, and this is my channel. What I'm going to do over the course of ever how long that Hashem has me do is I'm going to make videos and do something real simple. Um, I know my face is right here, but it's hard to like look in the camera and do this. I have this tilted. But there's several things I want to do in this video. One, I don't want to make unedited video. I want video to be as real as it is. So to show authenticity, um, I want to read through several books. Several of them are Hasidic and several of them are Sephardic. And just want to kind of an experiment, not necessarily something, no agendas, just to, speak in people's lives. So, something I really want to do. I'm an Orthodox Jew in rural America, very rural America. Um, I'm the only, to all that I know of, obviously, I know I'm the only Orthodox Jew in my town, um, let alone Jew. Now, there might be a Reformed Jew or two. I don't know. I just don't know. um, but definitely. So I just want to show how a Jew in rural life survives, and it is doable. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Samarav said that the Jew belongs in a rural community. And I very much believe that. I believe also, yes, a Jew can operate in the city and, be a part of a community, a minyan, and Baruch Hashem, that's good. But also, I think it's something we miss due to the Torah being talking a lot about agricultural laws and whatnot. Not just, tefillin zitziot, but also, when to plant, when to harvest. Our Gemara, there's several tractates dealing with um, farming in a sense. So farming is very important to our people. So I think it's a good thing when a Jew's in a rural community. Now, obviously, then a lot of other things come into play. Ideas of Jewry being in Europe, America, and different parts of the world. And farming in America is really kind of the catch crop of America is farming. You do have Jewish slaughterers, you have Jewish dairy farmers in New York, but outside of that, the people who left New York who were in Midwest base, they either went to Reform Judaism or the other religion, unfortunately. And it would be cool to see kind of resurgence um, of Yiddishkeit in rural America. That would be not really a resurgence, but a surgence of it just going out of nowhere. I'm not saying there's no Jewish communities in rural areas. There's tons of Jewish communities in rural areas out east, several, but the closer you get to the Midwest, it's nil to none. And the further you go, obviously, there is none. Um, a good example is my wife, Ahava. She's had friends when they find out that we're Jewish, that we converted. Um, she had old friends. There's a particular friend that Hava, obviously makes challah, the Ashkenazi way, and a friend came like, "Oh my gosh, grew up eating challah," and this is a friend who owned a pig farm. So the likelihood of her having a Jewish grandfather or grandmother is very likely. And it's just a tradition that passed down, something similar that we see with crypto Jews in Mexico and also, well, let's say New Spain and Old New Spain, which is Mexico and the southeastern United States. So southwestern United States. Um, so, Baruch Hashem, you see some very interesting things. And besides that, I just want to show that it's possible, um, that it can be done. And I think it would be a beautiful thing to see a surgence of that. Um, from my knowledge, we have to understand how the reason why I chose Hasidism, particularly on this channel to speak about, is due to the fact that the connection that Hasidism has with rural life. You know, the Baal Shem Tov and all of his followers, all the way down, you know, I would say into the destruction of Ashkenaz by Nazi Germany. Most of these guys were in rural communities. They lived in the country. They were farmers. They were poor farmers and poor town folk in the shtetl trying to grasp for Hashem. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So there's several books I will start off with. I'm going to start with Rabbi Nachman's and Rabbi Natan's works, the Lakuti Tefillot. I'm also going to read Mevasser Tov, particularly since it's a Lul. Mevasser Tov is the Baila Rebbe's work. And also I'm going to talk, we're going to look at Chabad's Lekuti Debarim and some of the stories from there. So I'm going to start off there, and then we'll probably go into Rabbi Nachman's stories and whatnot. I'm thinking maybe we might get into some halakha, the Mishneh Torah, which I really think is very important to rural life because of, you know, it's sometimes you have to find a different approach due to where you live, opposed to, of course, it's Jews, they follow the Shulchan Aruch. And we know the Shulchan Aruch agrees with the Mishneh Torah on loads of everything. I think the number's anywhere between 85 to 95% that they agree with each other. So we'll be looking at both. And but I want to start with more of kind of like the, you know, kind of more or less of kind of the spiritual touch opposed to a really strong halachic touch. And we'll get into halakha, of course. And I'm not saying I'm a Talmid Chacham. I'm just a regular old Jew who loves Torah and loves mitzvahs. So, all right. So that's it. And I hope we'll be able to start today. We'll have the new title up for this channel, and I'm not going to tell you guys the name until it's up. So, Baruch Hashem, I'll talk to you soon.